Y'all, let's talk about Janelle and how she took the apology from Cody. What he said to her changed everything. She was talking big crap. Let's talk about it, shall we? Yeah.
A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, and my nieces and nephews, and all of y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for Auntie Advice. Sweet old. It's time for Auntie's Advice. Oh, yeah. It's time for Auntie's advice.
Thank y'all for coming back. Hey, this is Auntie, and this is part two. We're now going to be talking about the apology with Janelle. Let me tell you, the tone and the manner and everything changed when Cody sat down with Janelle. He knows what it is, he knew what it is or what it was, and he strategically sat down with her first. Let's talk about it. So Cody said that he wanted to fly out and meet with Janelle, basically to come and say that he is apologizing, right? So Janelle is like, oh, wow. Immediately. She didn't even make this man work for it. She make him work. He said, I just wanted to come and say that. I apologize. I was so disappointed in Janelle, but yet there was a small part of me that understood. She said, I kept thinking, I don't know who this guy is. I used to always tell everybody, I'm like, this is not the guy that I was married to forever. Yes, he is. He's the same guy. How soon Janelle forgot of how Cody treated her sons, how Cody and Robin allegedly treated her at her son's funeral. All that went out the door. I was disappointed in Janelle because I felt like if Cody had given Janelle 1 inch, she would have took a yard in this relationship. When she has always said that this has been about her children. Would Janelle have allowed Cody back in her life? Made apologies to her kids on his behalf? Would she? Let's continue. She said, so I wasn't the only one saying that. The person I would see speaking all these things in public, I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. I still don't recognize him. Like it's somebody I used to know long ago. Cody and Janelle's relationship had already been going down. And I fully believe that if Christine had not done what she had done, neither Mary nor Janelle would have had the balls to do it. It was follow the leaders, find an excuse to get out of this relationship now that Christine has done something. Janelle says, I never saw this coming in a million years, right? Like when the family fell apart, I mourned the loss of the idea of what we were trying to do. So then Cody says, I understand that. We had this idea, like when we were all together, we were going to raise the kids. And thank goodness the kids are all still pretty much their siblings. That's one of the biggest things that we did accomplish. We had this idea, this whole idea of how it was going to be. And then Janelle says, and I think when I finally left Cody, I thought about the family so much more than our relationship for many, many years. And she says, I think you and I especially really held this ideal of the family, this family unit thing that will work out. And I think maybe I lost track of our relationship and it might have been detrimental. Really, I think maybe I should have been focused a bit more on our relationship and not so much on the family. No, that's what Cody said. I'm sorry, y'all. So Janelle says, aren't you glad that I wasn't angry? Cody tells her it's a compliment to her that she wasn't angry. He said, if I had been apathetic, that would have meant you weren't important. And my anger, my bitterness, and me saying I didn't ever love her, that was all from attachment. We used to be lovers. We used to really I think, like being around each other. He goes on to say that he's in a space now with this apology where he's not looking back at the past. That's exactly what you're doing, except for you're minusing out the children. This was like Janelle was giddy. Y'all let me know downtown in the chat because I can't see y'all right. I'm reading my notes. But Janelle was giddy. They had in this episode, they went back to Robin and asked Robin about these apologies and asked Robin whether or not how would she feel if they got back together. She was so shocked that they asked her that. And then she pretended as if this is something she wants. She would make every one of their lives a living hell. Cody said that the meanest thing that he did was to tell Janelle that he didn't love her. He said that wasn't true. It was a lie from the perspective of pain. He said, I knew that it wasn't really cool and we were part of something special. And I think the meanest thing that I did was I said I didn't love you. Janelle said, I know you love me. I know that was a lie, Cody. I know that I just knew you loved me. Cody said, thanks for making that easy. And that's exactly what she did. Y'all let me know downtown in the comment section if y'all were disappointed that Janelle just allowed this man to woo her and play up in her face. She said it was fine. It was fine. I knew you didn't mean that, Cody. I knew what it was for all those years. I just knew. And I was done. I was done. Cody sat there and apologized to to Janelle about not providing a safe space for her. Many people have wondered why I do not like Mary. Because Mary was a to everybody. She was the beginning of this. She was the catalyst for this confusion. Had Mary had talked to her sister wives, and I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it all the way a buck. Had she had talked to her sister wives, right, when she decided that she was going to allow Cody to marry Robin so that he could adopt the kids, that was the demise of their family. She didn't feel like she needed to get permission from anybody or anything. She thought that this would cause her loveless relationship with Cody to survive and to get better. Do y'all remember Mary trying to get pregnant? But Mary despised the fact that Janelle was married to her brother, divorced him, married Cody, and then got pregnant. And not only did she get pregnant, she had many children. We're going to see in this tell all part two, part three, part four, part five, whatever it is, how Mary really felt about Janelle. So when she came in that household, she made Janelle miserable. And Cody didn't back her up because I guess this was the girls' thing. I don't know. He said that Janelle ran out to him and asked him, "Do you love me? Do you love me?" All this time, I thought that Janelle was the strong one, and I realized that Janelle was the weakest link. Whatever Cody told her to do with the finances, Janelle did it. Whatever Cody told her to do with the kids, Janelle did it. Janelle's escape was getting out the house and maintaining a job, while everybody else picked up the pieces and took care of her kids. Now, Janelle is the one that I like the most, or at least I thought she was. But now I am totally looking at things differently with Janelle because I don't believe that she would consider her children in getting back with him. Now, we have noticed through the episode that she called Mary up on the phone and she told Mary that, she was going to go to the church and get this freedom. Now, as we all know, when Christine had walked away from the relationship and went to the church and got a release, and Mary got a release, Janelle didn't think it was a thing. Janelle is more, or appears to be, in my opinion, more of a follower than I ever thought she was. I'm telling you, I thought that she was the most intelligent person, right? I thought that she was just not like the others. But it looks like Janelle is just like the others. I don't know what her reason for going to the church was. I know what she said, but I also recognize how Janelle has been carrying this. Gail Cooper said she's shocked that she left. Barbara said Janelle was the one for years. I thought she would never leave. Um, thank you. Thank you, CT Coco. Thank you, Boo. Yes, she was smitten with them. Gail, I'm getting there. I'm going to see how the rest of this plays out. But Gil, I am getting there where I don't believe Janelle. I sat there in the one-on-one. We're going to talk about the one-on-one. And I sat there and I kept thinking to myself, did Janelle make a backdoor deal with Cody? Did she make a backdoor deal, y'all? We're going to answer that question when we discuss the one-on-one. I've not been covering this season. as much because I just was like, I'm just so tired of them. And by the time we get the information, it's years old. But Janelle disappointed me with this apology. I must say, she really did. She let him off the hook. Just like when, they had the funeral for her son, she allowed Cody to run all that. When Cody did not have a good relationship with his kids since COVID. And all of a sudden, she is a smitten kitten when it comes down to Cody. Cody said when he and Janelle got married, right, he didn't feel like he had a lot of room for each of them. And they didn't know each other well when they got married. He said they weren't good communicators, but they started off with tenderness, i.e., sex. He said we started out with a sweetness, and for that fact, I did not protect her like I know I should have. He said that was his mistake. He wasn't brave enough, or man enough, or strong enough. And he knew that she didn't feel safe with Mary. And now he wants to come back. After how many years she been married to him? 30 years. And say he made a huge mistake. And then Janelle said there's some things that happened through the years, especially the first 2 years, that she wish he would have. She went on to say, Mary and I have very different personalities, but Mary didn't like your ass because you was married to her brother. Janelle went on to say that they just clashed with each other and they knew that they would never be friends because they were just so different and Mary was so nasty. And Janelle was the first wife, so that was Mary's adjustment period. So why they added two more women, sometimes I look at Mary and I'll just be like, Mary got everything she deserved. And I know y'all that is coming off nasty. So if you think it's nasty, don't watch my next video talking about Mary. He said that he remembered going off to the mountain and she was sobbing and asking him over and over again, do you love me? And he said that he didn't realize that she wasn't safe. He said he has thought about that scene in his mind. And then he felt ashamed because she deserved to feel safe in that relationship and he failed at that. And Janelle talks about how she was pregnant with Logan and he was on the road. And she says, so at this time she was home a lot. But his time being at home was limited. And she was trying hard to be a family. And they just lost who they were as a couple. She lost trust in them. Cody was above his head. I don't believe that Cody ever wanted polygamy. I believe that he did polygamy based on other circumstances and people saying things because Cody, despite how much I can't stand him, really loves being in that one relationship with Robin. Having that one woman, because I think that he has so many insecurities and he doesn't trust people. And so he's got this one wife who had showed him over and over and over again, I will rat on the other women for your benevolence, for your charity, for your love. He said that he lost his identity. What? When, Cody? When we do this? He said he lost his identity and he emotionally shut down to survive Mary. Because let's not talk about those early years. Let's not talk about that. Let's say what it is. In my opinion, it was Mary. And he said he never get that back. He never got himself back, but yet and still, he brought on two other wives. So was Robin the one that got him, that got him to push back? Okay. So was Robin the one that came in and said, "I'm gonna handle Mary. I'm going to take Mary under my wings and I'm going to make Mary my friend and make Mary believe that she can trust me"? Hell yeah, that's what I believe Robin did. Y'all let me know downtown in the comment section. Cody said, "If I would have protected you, I would have made you safe in that space. If you would have felt like I had your back." And this, again, changed the tone of the conversation with Janelle and Cody. Going back reminiscing with this man who got this "I woulda, coulda, shoulda." It's too late for all of that. He has the audacity to say he had an ache in his heart that he felt for 5 years. Whatever. Then here go Janelle. We always had a really good relationship as far like, being able to talk to each other. We still do care about each other. I mean, like, how can we not? How can we not care about each other? We spent so many loving years married. There's always been this level of connection when you spend that much time married. Okay. Okay, Janelle. Just go ahead and say that I still want to be with him. I'm toying with the idea of being with him. What would it be like if I was still with him? But no, she jumped out because Christine jumped out. That was her girl. She got in cahoots with her. I don't believe she ever wanted this relationship to be over. And she cowed down to him in this apology, to the extent that her friend asked her, because her friend was with her and she could pick up everything. She could pick up the way that Janelle was talking, the vibe that was coming from her. Absolutely. Her whole son is missing from this earth, surrounded by the pains of Cody's neglect. Janelle is lame. Thank you, Miss Callie. Robin got married to believe that they were partners. Christine and Janelle against me and Mary. And took her man, took the birthright and everything from Mary's dump. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about it in our next video. Part 3, y'all. Be right back.